MDOT presents the Extra Mile Podcast.
Welcome into another edition of the Extra Mile Podcast presented by the Mississippi Department of Transportation. I'm Paul Catul, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Will Kraft. And hey, listeners, viewers, if you use our interstate highway system, this episode is very relevant to you. We've got one of our awesome MDOT engineers on. We have State Roadway Design Engineer Chris Nail joining us in studios today. Chris, thank you so much for making time to speak with the Extra Mile.
Well, I appreciate the invitation. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. So we're going to throw you a softball right off the bat. So listen, tell us about you. Where'd you go to school? I know you've been at MDOT a while, but you've had kind of an interesting path to get to the position that you have now.
Okay. Well, I grew up in Kosciuszko, Mississippi. Proud Kosciuszko High School graduate,
That's
1991. Go Whippets. After graduating high school, I went to Starkville and attended Mississippi State University. Graduated there in 1996 with a bachelor's degree in civil engineering. Side note on that, after I had been working at MDOT for a while, I decided to go back to school, and I got my master's degree in civil engineering from Kansas State University.
Oh.
So that was did that distance education, that route, which was pretty cool.
That is.
After I graduated at Mississippi State, I began working at the Newton Project Office in Newton, Mississippi. That'd be District 5. I started there in June of 1996, and for 19 years I worked in the project office at Newton. In 2015, I got an opportunity to go over to the district office, and I worked for 2.5 years doing LPA projects, local public agency projects, which was really fun. Got to meet a lot of different people around the district and saw a lot of unique projects. In 2017, I got the opportunity to go to a different role, and I was the district pre-construction engineer for District 5. And in that position, I was sort of the liaison between the district and all the design divisions. So if we had a preference for how we designed things, I was the guy that was responsible for making sure that, that they did it the way we wanted to do it.
Nice. Okay. And now, parlay that, you have managed to come all the way up the ladder, if you will, and you are the head of this division here that we were just talking about, roadway design. What all do you guys do?
Well, we have a lot of responsibilities. I'm going to move my notes around here a little bit.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of responsibilities. Thankfully, we have a lot of people that with certain specialties.
Sure.
Our main objective is that we help the districts and the other divisions to put together plans for construction projects. Those projects would include bridge replacement projects, bridge repairs, safety projects where we would build a J-turn or the dreaded roundabout.
Yeah.
We do widening projects where we're adding capacity to existing roads or maybe a road out through the middle of the woods. We also assist with mill and overlay projects, and then there's any number of other miscellaneous type projects that we work on. So,
you guys are in just about every step, seemingly, of the design process, the completion, the construction. Y'all are in a little bit of everything.
We touch a little bit of all of that. One of the things that we've started doing more in the last few years is we work with our utility division and the district utility coordinators to evaluate the presence of existing utilities that are in an area where we're going to be doing work. And we review permits for relocation of utilities. And we also look to see if there's any way that we can design around those utilities to keep from moving them. For instance, like transmission lines, whether it be gas or power, something like that. Those are really expensive. So we look at it pretty in depth to see if there's a way to avoid that.
Y'all ever get out on a job and find utilities that you're not expecting to be there?
It happens quite often. And, it's not fun when you find those things, but
Sure.
You roll with the punches and you just deal with it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Probably lots of trials and tribulations and different things that you guys have done and undertaken. What do you think some of the work that you guys do, again, since it's so multifaceted and y'all are plugged into so many different things, your experience coming from the district, from the the local side of it, and seeing things two ways, and then coming to Jackson, has that been helpful?
It has. I still am trying to learn more about the design side of it, and I learn something every day. But coming from the construction side of things, I have a different perspective in that I can look at a set of plans, and it helps me to do a quality control check to see if we've left out pay items or if there's a better way of doing something, or if in the unlikely event that we just absolutely miss something.
Sure.
I can see those things because I've got the experience of reading the plans.
You've been out there before when it was missing.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I have, designers that come and say, hey, how is this done? Then, I can explain it to them. And if I don't know, then I still have connections to contractors,
Right.
and we can call them up and say, hey, we're going to do this on this project. How do you do this?
Yeah.
And thankfully, all of our contractors are very helpful, and they are willing to lend a hand at any time because, it's to their benefit too.
Sure.
To help with that design because they're the ones going to have to build it.
Yeah.
That's no doubt. So listen, you were kind of bragging on your team a little bit before we got on air. Lots of big accomplishments in the roadway design division. You want to kind of shout any of those out that you guys have accomplished over the years?
Well, let me just start with the people
Yeah, sure.
that we have in the roadway design division. I can't say enough about the employees that we have or the team that we have in the roadway design division. We're pretty young. I'm really thankful that we've been able to attract a lot of young, talented engineers, and we've built a very good team. They're all very hungry and they're willing to learn, and they're doing a really good job. We're all learning together. So I'm very thankful for that. Some of the things that we've been doing lately are we've started getting into 3D modeling and alternative delivery type stuff, where we are actually creating three-dimensional models of the roadways, and with the hope of one day getting to where we don't have a paper set of plans.
Right.
We've just got a digital model that we provide to the contractor and to our inspectors, and we go out and build that project, and you can, inspect it off of an iPad. So we've got some talented folks that embrace that, and they're digging in and they're learning so much more above the minimum of what we want, but they dig in to get a little bit deeper to say, hey, did you know it can do this and it can do this, and embracing that technology and just seeing that go forward has been great.
That's amazing. And how many people are in the roadway design division around?
We got 46.
46. Okay. Lots of smart engineers doing their thing.
Yep, got a lot of good folks. While we're talking about the folks, we've got a lighting engineer, we've got 2 hydraulic engineers, we've got an engineer that works with our environmental division and also outside agencies to get stormwater permits and other resource permits. We've got a CAD engineer that maintains our CAD software. He facilitates training in the CAD software, and also he's a problem solver. So if one of our folks in-house has got problems or one of our consultants has got problems, they can just call him up and he gets into it and he'll figure out a way to make it work. So it's really cool to have those very talented people working with us.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's something you just alluded to sort of a minute ago with the, sort of advent of new alternative delivery and technology. What all of the changes in your programs that you guys are seeing, is that sort of the main two kind of things you've been looking at?
Yeah, a lot of the things that we do are sort of the way we've always done them, and a lot
Sure.
of people hate to hear that.
Right.
But we do a lot of the things that we've always done, putting together plans and that type stuff. But as I mentioned earlier, we're getting into all the digital delivery stuff where we're producing those 3D models. But also we're working with the alternative delivery division to where we are getting into design build jobs, CMGC projects, progressive design build. ways of being able to accomplish those projects in a much more expedient manner.
Yeah. Have any of those sort of changed your recruitment model? I mean, you successfully, sounds like you're having no issues with recruitment, maybe even retaining, but have some of that contributed to that?
I think so. You know, one of the things that we do when we go and we interview somebody is we take a laptop, or we bring them into the office and we get out a laptop, or we put it on the big screen and we show them the software that we use and all the things that we do, and we start zooming in and looking at the 3D models and all that. They just go, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And, you know, knowing that in 2 or 3 months of, you know, getting training, they can go in there and create those 3D models and all that, and it's really cool. I can't do that, but I know folks.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, as long as the train is moving forward, you know, as
Right.
they say, absolutely.
For sure. And so we're doing a little more capacity projects these days rather than just kind of the maintenance thing that we were doing for a while. Is that kind of changing things too, kind of like the day-to-day that you all handle?
It is. It gives us plenty of work to do. You know, we've got, thankfully, a lot of those projects that were being developed 10 or 15 years ago are being pulled out of the grave. And, you know, since we've got those other funding sources, we're able to dust those off and refurbish them. And we've got a lot of work that's going on up in the northeastern part of the state with Highway 15 expansion in Union and Tippah and whatever other county. There's so many.
I know, yeah.
But we've got those going on. We're designing Highway 25 expansion up around Monroe County, I-55 in DeSoto County, which, you know, is a really busy place.
Oh, yeah.
Here in the metro, we've got I-55 up toward Gluckstadt, got 25 Lakeland Drive, and of course 90 and 49 down on the coast. So we've got a lot of those projects that are coming up. We've got some other large projects that are in different stages of development, such as the Port Gibson bypass down at Port Gibson. Yeah. We've got some work that's coming up around Hattiesburg, so there's plenty to do.
Orange barrels all around the state. Will like to say we're wide open here at
That's
MDOT.
right.
We are wide open.
Absolutely.
So Will also mentioned recruitment, and you know you are a shining example of it. So you've been with MDOT forever. So why did you decide to stick with MDOT so long? Like, tell us the benefits of being a state servant.
Well, I've been here for 29 years, and I really enjoy what I do. I love the people that I work with. You know, it feels like a family to me. It is a family because I've been here so long that, you know, I've seen a lot of the faces change over the years, and that's, you know, if you stick around long, you see that.
Sure.
But I've seen the changing of the guard many times. But again, I enjoy what I do, and I like the people that we work with. And it's fun being a public servant and sort of being in the know of things that are coming.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to make a difference in the state's infrastructure.
That's a perfect answer.
Yeah.
We'll clip that one right there.
Absolutely, yeah, I would second that. I mean, it is. We throw that around so often, talking about how it's such a family environment. But again, I would submit to anybody out there listening that we didn't rehearse this. You know, coming into it, people say it all the time. And I think I said this maybe a year ago on an episode. I truly hope that everybody has an opportunity to work at a place that feels as family-oriented and together sort of in unity as MDOT is. It's just a great place to work, great place to be. Lots of technology and things, the modern world of engineering in full force here. Great spot to work. Are you hiring right now? There's the next
I'm
question.
always hiring.
Hey, there we go.
You know, I can't put a finger on a number of people that we have hired. I'm not going to say I have hired anybody, but we as a division have hired probably 10 or 12 people in the last 3 years.
Oh, wow.
You know, we're not going to slow down. We're being selfish. We want to hire people,
Sure.
the more people we can. And, of course, as I told somebody the other day, I'm Team MDOT. So if we can't get somebody, if we can get them to go to bridge, if we can get them to go to planning or environmental or out to one of the project offices, hey, as long as it's MDOT.
Yeah,
Love that.
Yeah, same.
And I'll plug that website. If you are looking for a job in engineering or really anything at MDOT, visit gomdot.com/careers. It's a really great little webpage right there, everything for you. Go apply for a job and join. Come to MDOT.
Please, absolutely. Moving fast and furious here, but just real quick, talking about your division. I know there's a lot of things, a lot of projects that you've worked on. Maybe anything that a project that you're most proud of, or one that you're most looking forward to. Put you on the spot with that one.
That's okay. I would have to say that it's going to be one of the projects that is in the local area. To me, I live in Smith County, so I'm, way out away from all the hustle and bustle in the metro. But I travel Highway 25, Lakeland Drive a good bit, going out to Northwest Rankin High School. So I'm really looking forward to Highway 25 getting expanded. Because if you drive down 25, it's pretty rough.
Yes.
I've been driving out that way for a long time. My wife was a teacher out there and a principal out there for several years. That's where my daughter went to school.
Okay.
And so we go out there still a lot, and so I'm looking forward to that expansion.
Hey, as a Rankin County native out there, I submit the same. I'm very much looking forward to that. They're just building houses left and right out there. Nothing wrong with that, but more houses usually got more people driving cars.
That's right.
It is a fragile place to be from about 7:45 to 8:30. It's or maybe not fragile, hostile. Maybe
there you go.
A better word, for sure. No, appreciate that absolutely. Yeah, and whatever we can do to make 25 into 48 lanes, I'm a big fan of.
I hear about this every morning.
Big fan.
25, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, absolutely. Well, look, moving on. Paul, did you have anything else on that?
I did not. Hey, that's a lot of good information about
Absolutely.
roadway design.
We want to move into the fun questions, as we like to refer to them around here. As a podcast, as a people, we like to eat. We like music. So I want to throw these two at you. One, I'll steal the music question today.
Okay, we're switching it up.
Just throw people a curveball when we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about a favorite concert you've ever been to? Doesn't have to be in Mississippi, but just one that maybe stuck out to you.
I hadn't been to a lot of concerts in my day, but I got the opportunity this summer to travel to Atlanta, and I went to see Metallica.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite bands of all time. My wife and I got tickets and went over to Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah.
She really stepped up and got us very good seats in a
Ah.
suite, so we had all you could eat, and all you could drink.
Oh, man.
Really comfortable seats, but that was just the side note. But Metallica put on a really good show. It was loud, and it was a lot of colors, and I mean it was just really cool.
I can only imagine. And let me parlay that a little bit, I suppose. But now are you in a band? We're in a band. You're very musically talented as well.
I am. I play with a few groups. We've got the Mississippi Community Symphonic Band that meets out at Northwest Rankin High School, and it's much like a high school band, but we've got players in that band that go from, high school age up through, currently there are people in there through their 70s. We actually a few years ago had a tuba player that was about in his late 80s, maybe even 90 years old. So he'd been playing tuba for a long time.
Yeah.
But I play the trumpet, and I'm in the Community Symphonic Band. I also, as part of that, the Mississippi Swing Big Band. And both of those are volunteer organizations. We're not paid employees. We do it because we love to play.
Yeah.
And, just a shameless plug.
Please.
Saturday, December the 13th at 3 o'clock, we'll be at Belhaven, and we've got a concert. So look us up on the internet or on Facebook, Mississippi Community Symphonic Band.
Love it.
We're going to be playing a lot of good Christmas music. So that's fun. I also occasionally play with the Belhaven Symphony right up here at Belhaven.
Oh, cool.
And that's pretty cool. It's good to still make music after all these years.
Amen. No, you didn't try and jump on stage with Metallica and give them a solo?
No, actually, Ames Henley, who is he is the assistant roadway design director. He and his wife went to that concert, and they were down on the floor.
Oh, of course.
So it would have been up to him to jump on the stage, but he knew better than that.
Yeah, thank you for behaving yourself, Eames. We
But
appreciate that.
Now, I want to throw something out since I'm talking about band, and,
Sure.
and I really want to, something near and dear to my heart is my daughter is a trumpet player, and she's at Mississippi State majoring in music education.
Okay.
And the last 2 years, she marched drum corps with the Spirit of Atlanta Drum and Bugle Corps, and as part of the Drum Corps International Organization. And so we followed her around the last 2 summers to Atlanta, to all over the state, and they end up in Indianapolis at the 1st of August, where they have the World Championship competitions and all that. And so it's been really cool to see her development over time, and just following her around and getting to see her march and play.
Sure.
So
I can. I have a 4-year-old and 2-year-old, and one on the way. For those that may not know that out there, this serves as a somewhat official announcement, I suppose. But it's all for the kids, man. I can only imagine. I bet that was very fun getting to do that, see her enjoy it.
It's great.
Yeah. That's amazing. I'll ask you one more music-related question. What's your favorite Metallica song? Got to know.
Oh, that's really on the spot.
Just throwing it out there.
I only know the one.
Just one.
One probably is
Enter Sandman.
is my favorite, but Enter Sandman is good. You know, I'm partial to the Injustice for All, and the Black Album, because those were the ones that came about when I was in high school. But any of the songs that come off of those are great. One is a really good song, and you know, a piece of trivia there is that was Metallica's first music video. Went along with that song.
Man, I would have never known that one. Yeah, all right.
That's amazing. I'm partial to their first album, the early speed metal stuff. Very good stuff. We'll move on. Music question, or we did the music question. Food question. It's mix things up.
I know.
So you're driving around the state of Mississippi. I know you get out and about. So when you have to stop, get a bite to eat, where are you stopping? Anywhere in the state?
Well, if I'm in Jackson, I like to go to Martin's, and I think there are a lot of us that like to go to Martin's. But for lunch or supper, it's a great place to go. And I don't go a lot of places. I'm either in Jackson, or I'm at home, or I'm in Starkville. And so if I'm in Starkville, probably my favorite place to go is probably a place that a lot of people know about, but it's the Guest Room.
Okay, I've not heard it.
It's one of those that's hidden, which is by design.
Not for long.
But check it out. It's actually part of the Restaurant Tyler restaurant, and they've got really good food, and it's got a really cool atmosphere. If you're up there during Christmas, they do really special decorations for Christmas.
Oh, cool.
And it's really neat to go in and see that. But a piece of advice, if you decide to go, especially during Christmas, go early, because the line sometimes is 2 hours long.
It's usually a good indicator.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
For sure. Well, that's a good one. I think I'm heading to the Egg Bowl this year, enemy territory, if you will. So I'll go and stop by and check it out. So, Chris, lots of information today. Thank you so much for joining us. You nailed it.
Well, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Did you see what I did there? All right. Thank you to our listeners, our viewers, for tuning in to the Extra Mile podcast. You can listen and watch episodes by visiting gomdot.com/the extra mile. Follow us on social media at Mississippi DOT is the handle. We want to thank our editor, producer, Drew Hall, for holding things down behind the scenes. And remember to drive smart out there on Mississippi highways.